There we go. I'm live. Hi, everybody. I'm Patty McGee from Georgia. I am the Hydrator on TikTok and Patty McGee on Facebook. The Hydrated Life is the name of my company. I'm a life coach, massage therapist, author of the book Hope, an inspiring A to Z guide for cancer patients and caregivers and survivors. Hi, Cecilia, Radis, Teresa. I am also the author of another book coming out soon, Morning Strength, 5 exercises that every woman can do before she puts her bra on in the morning. That's you. People that don't want to exercise, don't want to sweat, this book's for you. Man, TikTok makes me look good, except for this little jowl right here. But tonight, I'm going live to talk about your body is royalty and treating it like gold. Hi, Jordan, Angel, Cindy, everybody out there on TikTok. But imagine this, you are royalty. You know, when we look at royalty, we think of the royal family. You know, they have all these butlers and everything. They have people to drive them around to do their laundry. And then there's us. But what if you were really the royalty and your body is your kingdom, right? When we look at ourselves, how we see ourselves is so important. But we don't treat ourselves like that. We beat ourselves up. We don't feed ourselves well. We drink heavily, do drugs, and all of that. So just imagine that your body, it's this kingdom, right? Everything in it is us. Our blood, our muscles, our organs, our joints, right? Our minds, our throne. This is where all these crazy ideas like this live tonight that we come up with. And then our spirit's the crown jewel, right? Think about that. Your spirit is your crown jewel. That's what makes us happy. We're supposed to be happy. That's what royalty is, right? When you can be at peace amongst the mess in your life, you've reached that crown jewel, right? But we fail to honor our kingdom, right? Hi, Pia. We fail to honor our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, right? Because we don't think of ourselves as royalty, but each and every one of us is. We let the outside world dictate. We have fear, right? We all have it. We're afraid to step out into things. We're afraid of losing people. We're all these things. So we don't consider ourselves royalty. Hi, Pinky. Thanks for coming back. So just imagine that you are royalty tonight. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And just feel your body. Not on screen, but no. Just feel your body. Feel that blood pumping through there. Okay. How do you actually feel, right? Do you feel like you're in control of this kingdom? Right? Do you feel like inside of you it's running like a good engine that's well oiled, that any day now it's gold and you're going to have the value that you're supposed to have from your body, right? Where you can walk well, you can stand up, you can sit. That's your kingdom, right? Then your mind. How many of us struggle in our mind, right? We want to control everything. And I mean everything. We want to control what our kids do. We want to control what our siblings do. We want to control what our parents do. We want to control everybody at work. but our minds are thrown. And when it's healthy, it's royalty. When it's healthy, we're happy. When it's healthy and we let go of things, we're happy, we're joyful, we're doing things, we're traveling, we're eating well, and all of that, right? And then our spirit's our crown jewel. How do you feel inside with your spirit? Are you in touch with your spirit? Like if you were to really close your eyes and just sit there, do you feel joy, happiness, peace? I do. Yeah. No matter what the circumstances, I didn't always. I had to work so hard to get to this place, right? I had to. But once I worked through it all, hi, Kelly, Susan, Tom, but we have to work through these things so that people don't rob us, so we don't rob us of this royalty that we're made of, right? So tonight, I just want to talk a little bit about 4 steps you can take to feel like royalty inside. Because if you don't feel like royalty inside, it's not going to show on the outside. Okay? So we don't honor our kingdom. We neglect the liquid gold running through our veins, right? Our blood. How many of you are on medications? Right? Blood thinners, cholesterol medicine, high blood pressure medicine, right? As we get older, as we stress more, as we have more anxiety, we got all this liquid gold running through us, but it's all confined. It's all struggling to get where it's got to go because we eat poorly. We think bad thoughts. We destroy our bodies, right? The priceless organs comparable to frankincense and myrrh, right? Think about the gold back in the Bible where they brought frankincense and myrrh to baby Jesus. They were crown jewels back then. And then we got our spirits yearning to be released from the confines of our past. I used to hate myself. Oh my God, I can remember self-loathing. Somebody would say, oh, you're so nice. And I would say, but you don't know the real me. We've all made mistakes. We all have to let go. Okay? So now it's time to treat ourselves like the royalty that we are, right? So I'm going to give you 4 steps to valuing your body, mind, and spirit like the treasure that they should be and like they truly are. Okay? So let's talk exercise. I mentioned earlier, I got a book coming out, and it's Morning Strength, 5 exercises every woman can do before she puts her bra on in the morning. And you have to strengthen your kingdom, right? Our body's our kingdom. If you're not doing something to help it, you're going to end up in a nursing home. You're going to end up in extended care. You're going to die early. You're going to end up with a cane, a walker. You're not going to be able to put dishes in the cupboard. Take them out, right? It's our kingdom. It's our palace, okay? Just like we don't let our houses crumble down around us and just live in them, right? We fortify it, and we've got to fortify our bodies. Exercise does just that for our body, right? The palace that houses our spirit, movement strengthens our muscles, lubricates your joints, and revitalizes our circulation, letting that liquid gold flow freely, and it can still flow even if we have all this kinetic dysfunction inside of us. So what's kinetic dysfunction? Kinetic dysfunction is when you have injury to your body. So for me, I've got scar tissue here on my right chest, so it limits my range of motion from my partial mastectomy. If you ever got hit, like in the leg, if you fell and had stitches, scar tissue, if you've had rods put in, if you got herniated discs, that's all kinetic dysfunction. It all affects how we sit and stand, right? It kind of shifts our foundation of our kingdom, and it can crumble if we don't take care of it. So what can you do, right? You can start small by incorporating 10 to 20 minutes of intentional movement daily. That's why they say to walk 10,000 steps a day. But you can do other things. You can do jumping jacks in your house. You can do sit-ups. You can practice yoga. You can do toe raises. You can bounce on your toes to get your lymphatic system going. There's so many little things you can do in 10 to 20 minutes. You could get in your cupboard and grab 10 plates at a time, 5 plates at a time, and just pull and pull, push and pull, put them back. If you don't have weights, you want to do the things with your body that you're going to do the rest of your life. So let's start with our breath work. Just start by breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And then I want you to tighten your core slightly by just pushing it out and hold it. And then that will have you sit up straight, right? I just got to move my chair. And if you're sitting, I want you to breathe in, brace that core, and without using your hands, I want you to take your legs with your core tight, just pushed out slightly. Put your hands on your waist if you need to, and then stand up. If you notice, I didn't need my hands because I braced my core. I tightened my core. You're just going to put your feet flat down and stand up and back down. You can do that all day long if you're sitting in your chair. You breathe in through your nose. Fill that stomach with air. Exhale slowly. Brace that core out. And just stand up. No hands. Back down. Get your body used to moving like that. That's strengthening your kingdom because your body's your kingdom. It's what we have, right? It's what we have to live with for the rest of our lives is our body. So start small by incorporating 10 to 20 minutes of intentional movement, whether it's the brisk walk, the yoga, strength training. Every step you take strengthens your body and reminds you of its worth. Hi, Rhonda, Catherine. So exercise is the first pillar that we want to talk about, that we talked about, and strengthening your kingdom. Because think about your body as a kingdom. It's what we have. It houses us. Houses everything in us. Okay. The second one is nutrition. This you're feeding the royal banquet. Okay. No royal court is complete without a feast. If you've ever been to one of those joustings where they feed you the big turkey legs and potatoes and stuff, okay? And your body deserves the highest quality nourishment, okay? Our organs are precious. They're like that precious frankincense and myrrh. Hi, Tara. It thrives on nutrients. Our cells thrive on these nutrients, not junk. So feeding yourself mindlessly dishonors your palace, your kingdom, while intentional, balanced nutrition honors the magnificence of it. So we got to feed the royal with a royal banquet, right? What do you buy when you're at the store? Are you buying healthy food? Most of the time they tell you to shop on the outside of the store, right? The outside aisles, the fresh foods, the meats, the milks, the dairy, the eggs. You can even slide the ice cream in there if it's in the outside aisle. Not really, but if you need a treat. But stay away from the middle. Stay away from the cookies, the potato chips, all the garbage, the cereal. That stuff's not good for us. It's not healthy. Pick up fresh fruits, vegetables. Pick up frozen ones this time of year. But you've got to start feeding the royal banquet, okay? We have a feast that's healthy and nutritious. It's the highest quality of nourishment that you can afford, okay? But if you're going to choose between a bag of apple and a bag of potato chips, right? Apples, you're going to get 10, 12 apples. You're going to get 2 or 3 servings of potato chips. The apples are much healthier. As the saying goes, an apple a day will keep the doctor away, right? So you got to feed it. So what's an action step we can take? Choose foods that nourish rather than deplete us. What type of foods deplete you? Sugar? Lots of caffeine? Trans fats? What else? Alcohols? Okay, all that kind of stuff that's terrible for us. Try some yogurts. Try some kombucha. Try, get some eggs, the vegetables, meat, seafood. Okay, make sure it's wild caught. Get the best nourishment that you can. But pick what you want. Okay, what you like. But get out of the cereal aisle. Okay, opt for whole grains, vibrant vegetables, leafy green vegetables, right? Lean proteins. What's a lean protein? Like 93% and higher, right? Healthy fats. Drink plenty of water. You don't even have to buy other beverages. Now, I know that's unrealistic because we need them, but you don't need a Starbucks every day. You don't need a soda every day. Okay? Look at the sugar in these things. Okay? Drink plenty of water. Treat your meals as sacred moments to refuel your body. Okay? I was thinking about this today when I was in my first massage at work. And I was like, my body's royalty. I'm like gold, right? My body's like gold. It's of value. It's of value to me. What do I do if I don't treat it that way? Back prior to when I drank and everything, I think about all those times on what I did to my body. But I've been blessed. I'm still here after all the stuff my body's been through, and I'm still in good shape after all the stuff. My son always says to me, Mom, you run circles around the other kids' mothers that I know who are 60 years old or younger. He says, none of them are in the shape you're in. So, you've got to take care of yourself. You've got to take care of this body, your mind, and your spirit, right? So if we're royalty, if our body's royalty and we're treating it like gold, we got to exercise and strengthen our kingdom. We got to feed the royal banquet with nourishment, nutrition. Everything we eat gets digested and taken in. And we got to balance our nutrition and honor the magnificence of the inside of our organs, our stomachs, our intestines. So take the action step to choose the foods that nourish rather than deplete you. The third pillar is meditation. Polishing that crown jewel, right? Your spirit, the crown jewel of our existence, often becomes dulled by stress, regret, and emotional baggage that we carry along with us, right? Henry Cloud says we stop maturing at the age that we start having trauma. So for me, I stopped maturing at the age of 13. And not knowing that long ago, right? I buried everything inside of me. And people would always tell me to smile, and I thought I was. I did. I thought I was. But I wasn't. And I had so much stuffed inside of me that I was happiest when I was drunk rather than sober, right? And so I just kept all that from the stress of it, the regret, the shame, the guilt, all of it, until I got breast cancer. And then I realized I wasn't living the best life that I could be. So I set out to change my life, and that was 22 years ago. And 12 years ago, let's see, I was 50, I'm 61. So yeah, 11 years ago, I won a gift certificate to a garage gym, met a great personal trainer. She trained me, we became friends. And in honor of her 50th birthday, I went back to church, and I ended up, it really changed my life. A lot has changed since then in the last 11 years, spiritually for me. I was driving down the road drunk and said, Lord, if I don't get a DWI tonight, I'll never drink and drive again. And I quit after 37 years like that. I was at a deliverance conference in 2022, and someone took a picture of me and two other ladies that I was with. And when I held up my camera, my phone, and opened it, the state of mind I was in spiritually, I went, wow, you're beautiful. I saw through my eyes and saw my inner beauty. I saw the royalty. I saw my kingdom and how beautiful I was. And that changed me, right? And then, in 2018, I went to Haiti. And I had been working out with this trainer for 3 years. I did a couple Iron Girl Sprint triathlons and the Ride for Missing Children. But I thought I was in pretty good shape for me, for a 50-year-old woman. And when I got to Haiti, we were over in this place called Fifth Section. And this lady carried a 5-gallon jug and a 1-gallon jug with her to the well. And I had the tracker on. I don't know if it was a Nike tracker or whatever that told you how far you were walking. So walking to the well was 3/4 of a mile. And I watched her fill up that 5-gallon jug and the 1-gallon jug. She turned around. She put the 5-gallon jug on her head. She bent down and grabbed the 1-gallon jug, squatted down. And she carried that water back to her house 3/4 of a mile without touching it, on gravel with broken sandals. I was like, wow, we as Americans, we are weak. Our first world problems are nothing compared to their third world problems. But it showed me how weak I was. I came back and I'd been, like I said, working out. So I got to my water cooler and I had a 5-gallon jug there, and I pick it up and I get it to my chest and I can't get it any farther, let alone on top of this head and take one step. I don't know anybody in America that can do that. Hi, Divine Alignment, not alignment, Jillian, Mark Lee. So I realized that her core was strong. Her head and neck were strong because she had to do this throughout her life. It was the repetition every day of building up and building up and building up to that she could do it. I have no clue how old she was. She had little kids. But it just told me how weak we are as Americans. We cry when our cable goes out. We cry if something happens to our phone. We get mad at this and we get mad at that. It really taught me a lesson to let my spirit shine, take care of myself, take care of my body, polish this crown jewel of a spirit that I have so that I can be happy and peaceful where I am today. So I want you to really think about your meditation, whether it's with God, whether it's with the universe, your religion, whatever it is, and see if you can meditate. I remember in one meditation, I was soaking in the tub and I have this mindful blindfold that you put on, and it takes all the dark out, but you can leave your eyes open. And I got so deep in this theta meditation that I saw the inside of my body. I had the red thermal, like the reds, the yellows, the greens, all that thermal, all on this left side and right leg. And then I saw my gallbladder, my liver, my pancreas, and I had a parasite. And that parasite was coming out of this hole like this and eating something and going back in, eating and then going back in. And it was just amazing to me. So I ended up getting on, I normally don't share this, but I got on this supplement called Parapurge and got rid of that parasite. And this was over a year ago. But I still take that occasionally. So I want you to meditate and see by closing your eyes and just looking up about 20 degrees and relaxing, and let whatever emotion come to you come, because it's a cleansing, it's a clearing. I remember laying on the shaman's table probably around 2009, 10, somewhere around there. I had met her up in New York where I lived. And I remember laying there fighting this emotion as she was doing other things. And she's like, Patty, relax. It's okay. You can laugh. I never realized that I didn't laugh. And it all goes back to that trauma from when I was 13 years old, holding everything in. And then I start laughing, and then I start crying. But it was just an emotional release, right? Letting it out, letting the stress out, the regret out, the emotional baggage. And once you do that, you start feeling better, right? It restores our brilliance, allowing us to reconnect with our inner body, our inner royalty. Hi, Max, Dawson, Jenny, official Max. But, you at some point have to see yourself as royalty. You've got to see your body as the kingdom of who you are so that you can walk with it instead of against it. So meditate. So what's an action step you can take? Set aside 10 minutes a day for meditation. Okay. Focus on the deep breathing. Just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and tighten that core a little bit. So many of us do not tighten our cores, and we're all hunched over. I remember I was massaging in an extended care up in New York, care facility, and I stepped off the elevator one day. I weighed 208 pounds, and these ladies were folded over. They were like this. And I go, that's going to be me someday if I don't do something soon. And that's when I won the gift certificate to the gym. I call it my golden ticket. It's when I met my personal trainer. That's where I learned more about my body than from continuing from school. I learned more about nutrition. I learned how to take care of me. And then I learned through going to church and studying and watching pastors and Buddhas and you name it. I've studied everything just because I want to learn. Because you can grab things from everywhere, right? You just have to know what's good and what's not. And I didn't feel like a mature woman until I was in my mid-50s. Like I felt like I finally broke free of that immaturity from the age 13 where I stopped growing, right? So what helped me was Henry Cloud has this book called Changes That Heal. And in the beginning chapters, it says that God can redeem time for you, which means he can bring you back to situations and bring you back through so that you mature. So for me in junior high, I had my trauma. I didn't really go through all the junior high stuff that most people do. So there was a group of girls, women, and that I knew from church. And one day this big spat broke out, right? And I hadn't read Changes That Heal yet, but when I did, it brought me back to this day. And this one friend, went up one side of me and another friend and down the other side of us. And it was a mess. It was a junior high girls spat. And once I read Changes That Heal, I realized that. And God had brought me back to that junior high stage so I could break free and move forward and become the mature adult that I am today. So don't ever give up on yourself. Don't let things hold you back that happen to you. You have to trust yourself, and you have to trust that you can still make good decisions. Okay? Don't carry that past with you. Okay? So for meditation, take and set aside 10 minutes daily for meditation and just sit quiet. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you have to lean up against a chair or a wall, whatever it is, just see what comes to mind and let it go. Let any emotion come out, because that's what you need. You need that emotion to come out of you so that you can step into the beauty that's waiting for you. Okay, so 10 minutes a day, focus on the deep breathing, repeat any kind of affirmations that you like, recite prayers. One of my favorite things to do when I'm meditating is just say the Our Father. I don't know why, but that's what comes to me, and I don't fight it, I think it's because it's the first prayer I ever learned when I was a little girl. A good affirmation to remind you for tonight: I am worthy, I am royal, I honor myself. And if you keep doing that, I am worthy, I am royal, I honor myself. I am worthy, I am royal, I honor myself. You will change inside. Okay? Over time, this practice will help you release the past and embrace your divine essence. And that's that beauty. That's that spirit that we all have, that authenticity that we have, that vulnerability that we bring out in us, right? Hi, Big Jean. Salty Satava. That's a cool name. Girl with the cute look. But yeah, so tonight we're talking about how our body is royalty and treating yourself like you're gold, because we need to treat ourselves like we're gold, right? So I talked about strengthening your kingdom. Our body's our kingdom. Our muscles are a kingdom, right? Kingdom to crumble around us. So do some kind of exercise, right? So strengthen your kingdom. That's the first thing. Take small steps by incorporating 10 to 20 minutes of intentional movement each day. Then we talked about feeding the royal banquet, our body, the nutrition, our cells, a feast. It deserves the highest quality nourishment. What are you feeding yourself, right? Your organs, they're like precious frankincense and myrrh. They thrive on nutrients, not junk. Think about all of these oils, all of these plants that we get oils from, right? They thrive in the sunshine. They thrive with the rain, the wind. They blossom. That's what we do when we're fed right. Okay? So choose foods that nourish you inside and don't deplete you. Opt for whole grains, vibrant vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, drink plenty of water, and treat your meals as their sacred moments to refuel your body. I'm going to challenge you with your food. Instead of just gobbling it down, I want you to chew it and actually feel the flavors in your mouth the next time you eat. Really chew it and taste the flavors that you like. Many times when I'm eating, I can't decide what I want the last bite to be in my mouth, right? Okay, then we're doing meditation. It's your spirit. That's your crown jewel. That's your existence. It's your divine essence of who you are. Are you happy? Are you joyful? Are you laughing? Or are you miserable, right? We got to polish that crown jewel. Get it happy. Get off the news. Get off TV. Get off scrolling on your phone and spend 10 minutes just meditating. Let any emotion come out that needs to come out. Go in a private room, close the door, whatever you have to do. Repeat the affirmation. I am worthy. I am royal. I honor myself. Because you are royalty, right? And then lastly, knowledge, expanding your royal wisdom, right? We all got royal wisdom inside of us. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Hi, Rick. Crafty Mortgage. How many times do we doubt ourselves? And I'm just as guilty as everyone else, right? Like, it took me a long time to get my book out there, to get it out to an editor, because I kept doubting. I kept trying to make it perfect. But expand your royal wisdom, okay? A wise ruler values knowledge, knowing that it fuels their kingdom's growth. I'm going to repeat that. A wise ruler values knowledge, knowing it fuels their kingdom's growth. Our kingdom is our body, right? So it fuels it. Our knowledge fuels this body so that we can stand, so we can sit, so we can stay in our home longer, especially you women out there, right? We don't take care of ourselves because we're so busy taking care of everybody else. We take on the burdens of the world, our kids, our husbands, our girlfriends, our boyfriends, whoever it is, our work. Take care of you first. Put you first. And everything else falls into place, right? So, a wise ruler of your kingdom, of your body, values knowledge, knowing it fuels their kingdom's growth, learns about their body, mind, spirit, and empowers you to make decisions that honor your royalty. It helps you make decisions that honor your royalty. So this is January of 2025. What's a goal? You want to create wisdom. What are some goals that you can do to strengthen your kingdom, to feed the royal banquet of you, your cells, right? To polish your crown jewel in meditation, your spirit, that divine essence inside of you. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Irishman. Irishman Mama. Learn about your body, your mind, your spirit. Okay. Knowledge is the key to unlocking your potential and breaking free from past limitations. You have two choices. You can stay where you are at. Never read anything. Don't change your eating habits. Don't do a thing. Or you can take all this wisdom, all this knowledge that's out there between AI, between books, podcasts, social media, but you got to sift through it, right? You got to sift through it and find the gold nuggets. The golden nuggets are out there. And that's what I do. I can find golden nuggets in a Hallmark movie. I remember I was watching one Hallmark movie, and I don't know if it was about hot chocolate or something, but this girl moves to New York City, and this guy moves to New York City, and they meet each other. And this girl, I think, wanted to be a writer or something. I can't really remember the whole story, but she ends up, things don't go her way as usual in a Hallmark movie till the end. But I had fallen asleep in the middle of it. And I woke up at the very end, and she's standing in the middle of a street in New York City. And she goes, "You don't know me yet, but you will, because I'm good. I'm really, really good." And that's how the movie ended. And I woke up, I rewinded it, and I wrote that down on a piece of paper. You don't know me yet, but you will, because I'm good, and I'm really, really good. And, I remember those things. So find the golden nuggets in everything that you do at your work. What are the golden nuggets? Don't look at the negative stuff. Look at the good stuff. Find the people who are good and hang out with them, right? And that's where our wisdom comes from. Go to the grocery store and pick through the fruits and the vegetables. Go to the frozen food section and pick out the good vegetables there, because they're blanched and frozen right away. I remember Jillian Michaels, I was reading one of her books and she recommended it. I think Master Your Metabolism. It was like, if it's wintertime, you can't get fresh vegetables, eat the frozen ones. So the key to unlocking your potential and breaking free from past limitations is your knowledge, right? Expanding your royal wisdom. Don't let anybody stop you. I had talked earlier about going to this deliverance conference. Never been in my life. Didn't really know what it was. These two ladies from up in New York that I met online wanted to come down, and I had taken one of the ladies' courses. So she messaged me and said, "Do you live near here?" And I said, "Yeah, it's right in my backyard." She goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." So then I invited her and her friend to stay with me. So they bought me a ticket in. And I was supposed to work, but it just worked out, It worked out that I got the whole weekend off. As a massage therapist in a spa, you never get the weekend off. But I just happened to be able to get the weekend off. It was in very short notice. So they bought me a ticket in. And like I said, I was sitting there. I was watching people fall over, vomit, pass out, little kids crying, thinking that their parents or grandparents died. It was a crazy experience. And I was texting my friends saying, "Oh my God, this is insane. People are stepping over people on the floor to hug other people and laugh with them." And next thing I know, I just held up my phone and looked at that picture of the three of us, and I just saw me. I saw my true beauty. And I just went, "Wow, you are beautiful." And it changed me. It made me realize what I see on the outside is not who I am. Even though I am beautiful on the outside too, but the inside of me. Hi, Laura. Thank you. I miss you too. But yeah, so I got to see my true beauty, and it just changed me. It changed how I see myself in the mirror. It changed how I walk, how I talk, and gave me the courage to be more than what I was being. So expand your royal kingdom, your royal wisdom. Always be learning, always looking for something new to learn. Okay, so an action step for the fourth pillar of knowledge: commit to learning something new about health, wellness, self-care each week. Read a book, listen to a podcast, or take a class. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to care for your royal self. Okay. So I'm going to go over these 4 pillars one more time, just briefly. Okay. Our body is royalty. We got to start treating ourselves like we're gold. You got to strengthen your kingdom, which is your body, your bones, your muscles, your structure, your foundation, right? We got to have this foundation strong and solid, okay? Just like you wouldn't let your house crumble, you don't want to let your palace crumble. Take care of you, okay? 10 to 20 minutes a day of intentional movement. Nutrition, we're going to feed our royal banquet. We're going to take and give what your body deserves, the highest quality nutrition out there, right? Your organs, they're like precious frankincense and myrrh were back in the day. They thrive on nutrients and not junk. So you're going to choose to nourish rather than deplete your body. Choose for whole grains, vibrant vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, drink plenty of water. And then treat your meals as sacred moments to refuel your body. I'm going to challenge you tonight, when you next meal you sit down to chew and take in the taste of the food instead of just inhaling it. And spend quality time with your taste buds. Okay. Third one is meditation, polishing the crown jewel, okay? Our spirit, this is our divine essence. It's everything in us that we are, okay? Are you happy? Are you portraying it out into the world? Are you showing love to people, kindness to people? And how do you get that? You got to be around people like that. Repeat the affirmation: I am worthy, I am royal, I honor myself. Just keep repeating that. Release your past and embrace your divine essence. And then the fourth pillar is your knowledge. Expand your royal wisdom. Okay? A wise ruler knows or values their knowledge. Knowing it fuels their kingdom's growth. Learning about your body, mind, spirit empowers you to make decisions that honor your royalty. Knowledge is the key to unlocking your potential and breaking free from past limitations. Okay? We all got more inside of us. Commit to learning something new about health, wellness, or self-care each week. Reading books, blogs, all of that. When you treat your body, mind, and spirit as the royal treasures that they are, you awaken a sense of empowerment and purpose. Your body becomes a temple, your mind a sanctuary, and your spirit a beacon of light. Remember, you are loyalty. Start treating yourself like it today. So thank you for watching my live. I was really excited when this one came to me today. I couldn't wait to get home and do it. And do you believe in Kundalini awakenings? I don't know what that is. Whoever you are with the microphone, I'll have to look that up. Kundalini awakenings. I'll write that on here. Kundalini awakenings. I'm going to have to research that. Look for my book coming out sometime in January, I hope. It's called Morning Strength, 5 exercises every woman can put her bra on, every woman can do before she puts her bra on in the morning. And I just thank you all for a lovely night. Have a great week and stay blessed.